Hey folks, I'm Melhorn, and in this video, the odds are stacked against me. The river's flooded, it's muddy, the current is ripping, and I've only got 2 hours to fish. Alright folks, I'm getting ready to go out of town for 3 or 4 days. I've got some bait in the bait tank. I need to use it. I just put a piece of pizza in the microwave. Hit the water and fish. I've only got a few hours. I'm going to see if I can get a flathead. We've got some flooding river conditions right now. We'll go see what happens. Nothing like 4-day-old pizza. Dang, oven needs to be cleaned. That's what happens when you put spaghetti in the oven. Bad. Wife hadn't seen it yet. Alright, I'm loaded up in the truck. Boat's hooked up, bait's in the tank. I'm going to go fishing, see if we can catch one. So yeah, going like super old school here, shooting with the GoPro in the car, driving down the road. I'm gonna drop the boat in for a little bit. I've only got about 4 hours. No, I don't. I've only got about 3 hours. Maybe not even that. I got this bait. I need to burn through it. Need to go and use it because it's probably gonna die while I'm going out of town. I'm gonna go drop the boat in. See if I can find a flathead. There's a lot of water moving. It's gonna be really muddy. We've had a lot of rain. The lakes are full. They're stroking the water through the system. I'm gonna go anchor up on some structure. I've got some places, a couple of submerged log jams, a couple of ledges. I may just hit 2 places. We'll see what happens. Hoping to find a flathead. Got some good flathead bait. Some of the best flathead bait. The best flathead bait there is. Bluegill and brim. We'll drop them in the water, see if we can get one. That's all I'm looking for. One good one. See those cars stacked up right there? Those are people that are fishing off the bridge down here, and they are stacked up. Well, that's because there's a bad wreck at the bridge. Or there's something at the bridge. There's a whole bunch of fire trucks and ambulances. Well, that's not good at all. I don't know what's going on back there, but they've got on some life jackets. That ain't good. So what happened here, folks, was in all the floodwaters, 2 guys decided to go kayaking. One of them fell out of the kayak, got washed downstream, and got caught in one of the huge brush piles behind the low-rise dam. Some people on the bank seen them and called 911, and that's where the fire trucks and all the rescue folks came from. The TV news helicopters were there. They were filming it from the air. The entire rescue was caught on camera. It even made the national news. Luckily, the guy got plucked out of the water and is okay. Alright, show you real quick what I do. I drop my boat in the water because I'm alone most of the time. So I'll get it unhooked. Come over here. I got a rope. And what I do is I take this rope, put it over here onto my bumper like that. That boat is put up in there. Make sure that that plugs in. I'm good to go. Rope's on there, tied on there. It floats off. Oh. And then people left their car boat keys. I think they left their boat keys. Hey, are these your keys? Saw them sitting on the ramp.
Yeah, it took like 10 tries just to get it back on the thing because the current's pushing.
Oh yeah, the current's stroking today. Have a good day. That's my good day for today. That means I'll catch a big flathead. That, folks, is nothing but a mud bath. Well, I made a fairly short run down the lake because there was a lot of debris in the water. Got to my first spot, got anchored up, and it was good swift current coming down through there. Today's a little easier anchoring job than normal. That's the kind of anchor I'm using today. Just a regular grapple style. What I'm gonna do is pay out a lot of line. Probably run out, we'll see, 100 feet or so. Probably don't need that much, especially as shallow as I am and with the current. What I do is wait for it to bite in a little bit until it starts to bite. There's about my 100-foot mark right there. I've got a little quick release there where I can pull that line off, throw a buoy on it if I need to. I keep a buoy somewhere nearby. Also keep a seat cushion. You can see that I can clip onto that anchor rope. The reason you do that is just in case you go after a big fish. And you see I'm right on the edge now. It's about 24, 25 feet. Letting the boat settle up where it's going to settle. We'll be right here in a good position. Alright, since we got some water running, I'm going to catch that bluegill again. I'm going to fillet this sucker. Basically get 3 good pieces of bait out of him. That piece, and that. Head's the go-to one. These fillets are wonderful. A lot of sin in those. You can even chunk that out. I just cut the tail off of it. Hook it through the back, right through that section. I've got my rig wrap. Easy sinker slide. What I'm going to do is, there's a little creek that cuts up in here. Try dropping some of them baits into that little channel. First, I'm going to flip one, a big weight, right over on that channel edge right there. What I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to put out a Santee style rig, but I'm going to add a little bit of weight to it. These Santee rigs are great in current. What I'm going to do is put a little more weight on it. I'm going to put that piece on there, see if they'll hit that. That piece on there. Look at that, right between that spine up there. This thing's going to flutter all over the place in the current. Put that out there, boom. The way all this stuff's sweeping together out here, I'm probably only going to be able to get out 6 rods. Pretty good current for us especially. Just add another piece of weight on here, just to keep that drift rig all the way on the bottom. A little heavier weight on this one, about a 3-ounce chunk of lead. Cut me a little piece of rim here, split it up. Remember, with circle hooks, you want to expose a lot of it. Can't bury that hook. Boom, it's on the bottom, floating in the wind. Some here, regular Carolina rig on this one. Nice big hook. Let's get a piece of, see if we can dig us a perch. Boom. Same thing with the perch. Lay the side off. Come back here. Lay off the side. Get that section off. Put that head on here. Now you can fish these things whole. All depends how much bait you got. That's what I got there. Depends how much bait you got. I don't have a ton with me, so being somewhat conservative. If that hit the bottom, boom, there we go. One more. Yeah, there's one right there. It's another bigger sinker on there. That's where sinker slides come in handy. That big old clasp is nice. Turns out, I'm gonna put a big piece of bait on this one. Call one of my buddies fireman. Nice piece of brim on there. Turns out somebody's boat got too close to the dam in these floodwaters. Apparently the boat capsized. They had the Charlotte Fire Department on the way. In good hands. Gonna get one more in with the drift rig. We're gonna be ready to try to catch one. All right, folks, anchored and set up out here. I got 6 rods in the water. It's muddy. We've had some rains for the past few days. Finally cleared up. They're releasing a lot of water, moving a lot of water through the system. Lakes are up several feet, and it's muddy. It's moving. It's been moving for a while now. So I'm thinking the best bet is to find some places where these fish are hiding at. Some little edges, some creeks, some little cuts, bends, that kind of stuff. Some brush piles, log jams, that kind of stuff, where these fish will duck out of this current. Once it's been pulling like this for 24-48 hours, these fish start to hole up in those places. So that's kind of the strategy. I don't have long today. I've got limited bait. I'm gonna try to burn through it. I'm gonna be working for a few days. So this is hero or zero. Probably fish 2 spots. See what the lake gives us. Yeah, here in the Carolinas on our reservoirs, it's not like you guys that fish the big rivers where there's constant current. Our current, as I've said before, is intermittent. It's usually for peak electrical demand when they open up the dams. And when we get a situation state where it's constantly moving like this, it's a real game changer in how we fish and where we fish, and makes it tougher, especially a couple of days into it. A couple of days into it, the bite really seems to start to go down. Right now everything's on the rise. The water's on its way up, and this is always a good time to catch fish. Once that water starts falling, when they start pulling the water out of these lakes, that's when it really seems to slam shut. So hopefully we're out here early enough and can get on a fish or 2. So like I said, I'm gonna try a couple places. Usually in these situations, I don't spend a lot of time anywhere. I'm gonna hit it and go unless I start getting bit. If I start catching fish, then I'll sit. That's gonna be a mess on the lines. The only bad part about all the current and all the flood water, there was a lot of debris, and I mean a lot of debris.
A floating sea of crap. All right, got to reel lines in. That one up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, got that one out of the way.
As you can see right here, this is a massive pile of stuff.
What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. Ah, get up out of it. That almost got a sinker to the face. We're going to lose some lines here. See if I can save this one. That one's already on a tree. Ah, it's log. Log. Oh, the joys. Probably going to lose that one there.
Well, for whatever reason, the fish were not biting here, so I decided to pack up and go hit another location. This next spot allowed me to anchor on a channel ledge, put some baits in some deeper water along that ledge, and also put some baits in the shallow water.
Oh, Pinky. One fish is heading downstream. Heading downstream. There it is. Boom. Heading to deep water. There he is. Ooh. Got some shoulders all of a sudden. Got out there in some current. It's a bad thing about fishing these things in this muddy water. You don't know what they look like until the head comes out. I don't think he's a monster, but nope. It's worthy of a boga grip. Oh, Pinky doing some winching. That's what we affectionately call her now. Pinky. Nice fish. Nothing to be ashamed of. Easy. Okay. There we go. Good fish. About 12 pounds. Good fish. That's 12 pounder. Good fish right there. Send it back alive. Boom. Just for the record, that one came on a drift rig. No rattle, just a bare cork. Hooker's terminal tackle circle hook and a little piece of white perch. Cast it up in some shallow water. What's normally shallow. A little bit calmer over there. Might be where the fish are sitting at. Got one going. Pretty sure this is on the drift rig. Feels like about the same size fish. This one came right off the channel ledge. Feels like about the same size fish. Man, they're dark. Another dark one. Dark colored fish. It's like a female. Shot. Good looking fish. Boom, I think we got one of the bottom Carolina rigs. Yep. Drags loose. It's either wrapped in something or a better fish. I think he's wrapped up. Maybe a better fish. He hit a Carolina rig this time. This one's coming up shallow. It's probably 4 or 5 feet of water. Normally it's about 2 or 3 feet up there. Bang. That one's more normal in color. Nice when every one of these fish is right on top of each other weight-wise. Good fish. I know it's going slack. Let's reel down on it. Boom, there he is. There he is. Oh yeah. That's all you gotta do with them circle hooks, folks. Reel, reel, reel. Reel, reel, reel. Trying to break Pinky, just to put it through the paces. Oh, Pinky's paying off today, putting some fish in the boat. See if I can leader it in. Ah, that one looks hooked deep. Easy, girl. You're hooked way too deep. No, you're not. I see the hook. You're going to be okay. A little bit of surgery on you real quick. Oh, yeah, you'll be fine. Boom, right out. Got some blood. We're going to get her back in the water quickly. Quick shot in the water. That's the thing, folks. Now and then you're going to get some that'll get throat hooked in the bottom of the mouth. There's some blood. Get them in the water as quickly as possible. It'll heal right up. Fish will be fine. There he goes. Oh, yeah. He was gumming on it. Sure, what's up with that? Come on. Again, another one off the shallow side. Everything's up in this shallow cut. A lot of cookie cutter size fish. We'll take them. I look at them and think they're going to get bigger, but same size. Got him. Now that shallow water. Get her back alive. She's pretty. She's pretty. But I'll tell you, this has turned out better than I thought it was going to. I put some decent fish in the boat. I'm out of time though. I'm going to take it to the house. I appreciate you watching. If you like this channel, please hit that subscribe button and also hit that little bell so you'll be notified when any new videos come out. We look forward to seeing you on the water.